long time since I've done a video share, and I will tell you, just know up front, these make me super uncomfortable. And I know if you've been following the Spread Love 2017 campaign and now the Believe Love Unite campaign, you used to see me doing this all the time, every time I was uncomfortable. And just know that I hope you stick with me and listen if you're interested. And that you share, and maybe something will resonate with you. But I might be long-winded because this is not what I do. I'm not an orator, I'm a photographer, I'm a mom. I've learned to be a merchandiser, a marketer. I wish I had an editor. I wish I had someone that would script things for me or take what's in my head and help me concisely articulate it. But I don't. So here I am. Why am I sharing now? Well, every single day, although I've been pretty silent in publicly sharing, this campaign continues to resonate with me and mean something to me, and every day I've wanted to share, but I haven't known where to step back in or how to start or explain myself or my thoughts. But today I am motivated because yesterday I had two different things happen, and I wanted to share them with you and maybe make you think about what you can do, or if you've been sitting back and wondering, oh, I haven't done enough. It's not about what we haven't done, but what we can do. And I had two different experiences. I have been still receiving orders online, and I put together the shipments, and every single order I get still makes my heart soar, even though it's been a year and I don't know how many months. It'll be 2 years in January. Just that I know that the message will go out to a new person, and it's not about getting more out there because all I want to do is sell signs and raise money. Those are things that are important to me, but that is not my driving force of why it's always been important to me. It's that I know that a message will go up, and the person that is putting it up will have new experiences and conversations, that the sign or wearing a message, it just naturally occurs. And you get to learn more about issues. None of us are experts on all of these issues. And you will meet people that you don't know with the sign. And for me, that is what motivates me in life. Human connection. And realizing that although we appear to be different, we are more the same than we are different, but we have a hard time making new connections with people that are not like us. And we're actually, being conditioned to stay more separate and stay comfortable, because if we don't know enough, we stay quiet. If someone is different or we're uncertain of who they are, we stay quiet. We stay in our comfort zone. Having this message just naturally puts you out into the world. And so I get excited. Yesterday I got a call from this gentleman in Seattle who had ordered one online and was going to pick it up. And I told him I was disappointed. I could have my husband leave the sign out. I wouldn't be able to be home. And I was bummed I wouldn't get to meet him because I wanted to thank him for ordering a sign. And he was a little caught off guard because he shared with me he was really excited to get the sign, and just told me how grateful he was for me doing this campaign, and how much it meant to him. And he had been seeing signs for so long in his neighborhood, and he had been dragging his feet. And he finally decided it was time to stop dragging his feet, and he went online and ordered, and he was now so excited to get the sign. And as we're talking, he realized, oh, I need to get more because I'm going to Wisconsin for Thanksgiving, and I need to take some signs. And that just made my day. And it wasn't that, where have you been, Steve? I've been doing this for a year and a half. It was like, here you are, and I am so grateful. And we had this shared just moments. And I know it's nothing, but it is something. And I share it because I think there's a lot of people that think, oh, I know I should have bought one a long time ago. It's a little late. It's never too late to just step in. It's never too late to stand up for what you believe in a way that makes you uncomfortable. Because in our discomfort, we grow and learn. And sitting here, I'm so uncomfortable even talking into a camera. But I'm going to do it because I know something will come out of it in a positive way. I hope. All I can do is hope. But it was a reminder to me that when I started this, I didn't want to spend $80 for one sign, so I got the 200. And then very quickly, it just grew. And I found myself at the Women's March selling signs and t-shirts, and I was so overwhelmed with people who were getting signs, and I was so excited to get it out. And there was a woman who stopped me and said, thank you so much. I'm going to have this sign in my space for years. And it blew me away because I was just thinking about the next few months, and I wanted people to have it up for the next few months. I was so short-sighted because she was right, and we can continue to have this message out into the world, and we need to have it more, and the more it is seen, the more we will see how connected we are, and unity can happen. So I remember that woman, and I want you to think about, like, if you haven't gotten a sign, get one now, or if your friends have talked about it, get them for them. If you have a sign and you want a shirt, not too late. And it will make, I swear it has more impact on the people. I don't know, it's just a crazy little phenomena, and I am about, like, if you want to improve your life and the lives around you, and it will happen. So the other thing I was going to share that happened yesterday was I was out with my husband, and an order came up on my phone, and it caught my attention because it was for 10 signs. And although I wish people would order in multiples, I really just get 1 and 2 sign orders that I ship here and there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was excited that I was going to get to ship 10. And it used to be when I first started this, a few people that I didn't know in Seattle would get multiples, and all of a sudden they would need more, and that happens. There's a woman, Sarah Casey, who still is doing it down in Ventura, California. She called me, she's like, I think I can do 20 last year. I've never met her. And now Sarah, like every 3 months, she's like, I think I need some more. And each time she's like, I don't know if I'll be able to find homes, and she does. And just randomly this week, she sent me an email that she needs 20 more. And this one individual that I don't even know how many signs she's sold. But what happens when you get multiples is they do find homes, and I'm a good example of I didn't want to spend $80, and I have now sold thousands of signs, and I still didn't want to spend $80. I do have inventory now, so I would like to sell them to get back to my zero ground that I've individually spent, but I now am in a place of I'm comfortable with holding on to this and having spent the money. They will find homes. That was a long ramble, but when I went to process the order for this woman, Michelle, this morning, I realized it was going to Blacksburg, Virginia, and it just stopped me in my tracks because Blacksburg took me back to the very beginning of this campaign as well. It was crazy because I was getting calls and emails from all over, from people I didn't know, and mostly in the Northwest area. And then I get this call, and I'll never forget, I was with my son. Peace Vans in Seattle had let me borrow a Vita bus to sell things out of, and we were up in the upper, because my son was playing soccer, and my other son and I, was cold day in the winter. We had sleeping bags, and I was taking orders, and I was trying to do all of this craziness. And I got a call from a woman who was in Blacksburg, Virginia. And I'll never forget, she shared with me, we had a mutual acquaintance of a woman, the acquaintance I hadn't seen in 15 or more years. We had known each other and lived together down in Phoenix. And she said that she had seen the sign and she really needed to get the sign. And she's like, I think I need 10. And she did the exact same thing. She's like, actually, now that I think about it, I need 20. My partner and I love this, and it means so much to us and our kids. And we talked, I believe her name is Carol, but I can't even remember. I have her name written somewhere. But here it is almost 2 years later, and there's another order of 20 to go into some other stranger that I've never met, but who has touched me by her courage in getting more to share with her community in Blacksburg. And how did she find out about it? Randomly, her neighbor, she has a new neighbor, and the realtor had given as a congratulations thank you gift to the person moving in a sign. And she saw her new neighbor's sign and had to figure out where to get it. And she sent me a picture, and ironically, it's an old sign that didn't have a URL. It has nothing. It probably has a sticker on the back of it, if that. So I appreciate that she tracked me down, and I share all of this long-winded. Thank you if you're still with me for 10 minutes. Just to think about, if you have a sign, what more, getting gifts for the Christmas time. We need to keep this moving. It's never too late. I don't know how long it will go for, but I know it's still relevant. It's still important. It's very important to stand up for our human rights, equity in our country, taking care of our planet, and it's the connections you will make. Your life will be enriched much more dramatically than just the money that you spend. And you will also, your dollars that you spend will go to an organization that is making a difference for our shared humanity. You know, I still have Michelle, when she went to place the second order, the woman in Blacksburg, she ended up also ordering a onesie, which just made my day. There's so many different ways that you can spread this message. It is holidays coming up. Fill stockings, I'm just going to go on and on. There's so many ways that we can spread this message. It's never too late, and it's taken me 10 and a half minutes to share. Maybe I need to share more often and more frequently in shorter snippets, but it's been months since I have, and if you've made it this far, thank you. And my last message, because this is at the forefront right now. I believe this. It came to me last week. If you have conversations about what's going on in our country and you're frustrated, the first and most important thing is to vote, and then be a part of the Believe, Love, Unite campaign, and find your community, find unity in your community, reaching out and seeing where you can step in. It's never too late. So thank you. We are stronger together. Together we will rise. I want everyone to have a great day, thinking about how you can spread love in the world. Believe, love, unite.